Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of creating the Victor Crowley Hatchet inspired quiet room bear that we're going to auction off for the Save Yorkie charity. Now in this video we'll actually start to make the bear. I'll take you through the process, but I didn't have a teddy bear yet to use, and I was going to go look for one today, but we got kind of hit with a snowstorm a little bit, so I couldn't go anywhere. But, and this is crazy weird, today... This is crazy. Today, outside my door, I go looking to see if there's like Amazon packages. There's a box that just says bear on it. It says it on the top too. It looks like crap, so I guess this is going to be a bit of an unboxing video. I don't know if this was like a friend or family member just like ha 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 dropping it off. I have no idea. Let's take a look inside this scary fucking box, and maybe it's something we can use. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous to open this up. Okay. Okay, so there's two bears in this box. The first one, it's fine. I've done bears like this before. I've used bears like this before, but I think this one's a little bit too small for what I want to use it for. I think the Crowley one needs to be a bit bigger. So let's set him on the shelf over there, and he can watch us. Or maybe I'll use him again for something at some point in time. There, this guy can sit there. Okay, so this other bear, it's bigger, so that's great. And it's missing a face. Now, am I halfway concerned that there's a bunch of mice living in this? You know, maybe, but I mean, who doesn't want pets, right? So let's bring this over to the work table, and we will, get to work on some of the things we want to do to this weird mystery bear. Okay, well, this bear just sits here. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I want to make that Victor Crowley looking face, and I will use foam clay to base it on top of this, and hopefully I can make it all work. Foam clay is something that I've only actually used a couple times before. A lot of times I will use Sculpey, but sometimes, depending on what you're making, that can become brittle and break, and I don't want this to break. I think this will be good for what we need. It's very squishy and pulley-aparty, and it feels kind of wet, so that's gross. So this is the head, like I said, we're going to use. This had lights in it at one point in its eyes, but I'm going to poke those out because we don't need those. This totally looks like one of those, the scary face from one of those jump scare videos, where it's like you're looking at a car drive down a road, and then like the thing pops up like... But no worries, no jump scares here, just good old-fashioned weird creepy stuff. And for those of you wondering, this is the brand of foam clay I'm going to be using. So as I work on sculpting this thing and figuring out foam clay, since I'm new at it, I'll tell you a little bit about the lore behind Quiet Room Bears, because I have been making these for a very long time, but I also created like an elaborate backstory behind what the Quiet Room itself is, and the hospital, which is Patton Hills, home for the unwell, named after my good friend Mark Patton. Name drop. But there's an entire backstory behind the hospital, and the room itself is like an entity in this hospital, and it, excuse me, it makes people sick, like this, but it drives people crazy. And they end up like, hacking pieces of themselves apart and pulling teeth out and all this, excuse me, all this stuff to create a bear. They pour their madness and their insanity into the bears. And then when the bears get out into like the real world, whoever, God, I'm so sorry, whoever finds one of these bears, they become kind of like infected. The Quiet Room speaks through these bears, and it makes them make another bear. It's like a pyramid scheme of evil. Okay, so this is what I kind of ended up with. So in part 3, we will paint this, put it in the bear, and then we'll work on the hatchet itself.